Once upon a time, in the realm of Asgard, Thor, the almighty god of thunder, woke up from his peaceful slumber only to face a great tragedy. Mjolnir, his beloved hammer, was missing. Thor searched for his beloved hammer in every nook and cranny of his house, but couldn't find it anywhere. He furrowed his brow as he pondered where his hammer could be. Did he leave it somewhere? Impossible, he would never go anywhere without his hammer. Maybe he lent it to someone. No, he would never let anyone touch his precious hammer. Maybe someone stole it. Thor's face turned red as he immediately thought of someone who would dare to do such things. Loki. Loki, what have you done with my hammer? Your hammer? I haven't done anything. Thor continued to demand the whereabouts of his hammer, but Loki, the trickster god, swore up and down that he had nothing to do with its disappearance. Loki knew how important Thor's hammer is, you see. Thor needed Mjolnir to ensure that the Jotnars, the giants, did not bring about the end of the world. With that, Loki decided to assist Thor in finding his beloved hammer. He transformed into a falcon and left, flying towards the roots of Yggdrasil, the World Tree. He believed the giants of Jotunheim had stolen Thor's hammer. As he arrived, he was met by Thrym himself, laughing as he sat holding his dogs on golden leashes. Thrym quickly noticed Loki and asked him how Asgard was doing, sounding smug. Loki ignored him, cutting straight to the chase, and asked where Mjolnir was. The giant smiled as he admitted that he had stolen Thor's hammer, declaring that he would only agree to return it if they met his demand. I buried the hammer 8 miles deep underground on Earth. You'll never see it again, unless you give me Freya, the most beautiful goddess, hands in marriage. With that, Loki flew back to Asgard to relay Thrym's demand. The god and goddesses gathered around anxiously, listening to Loki as he informed them of the deal. Thrym had stolen the hammer and will only return it if given Freya's hands in marriage. Right away, everyone tried to discuss another solution to this problem. No one would dare to give Freya away, not with how her eyes burned in anger, daring anyone to even suggest agreeing to such terms. Thankfully, Heimdall had an idea to fool the Giant King. What if we had Thor to pretend to be Freya? If he were to put a dress, wear some Freya's jewelry, and a heavy veil, Thrym would not know the difference. Heimdall and the others knew that the giants aren't the brightest, and that his plan might actually work. Before Thor could protest, the god and goddesses got to work. They put him in a dress, made him wear some jewelry, and a wig out of horsehair to hide his red locks, and hid his face with a veil. Loki, who had come as a handmaiden, also shapeshifted into a fine woman and wore a rather beautiful dress. Thor and Loki fetched the Thunder's chariot pulled by Thor's goat and traveled to the land of giants, where they were greeted by Thrym himself. No one suspected that Freya was a fake. They truly believed that they were accepting Freya and her handmaiden into their company. A great feast was held for their arrival. When everything seems to go well, trouble arose. Freya started to eat an entire ox, along with 8 salmon and chug 3 barrels of mead, enough to cause any giant to pass out drunk by now. Whispers circulated among the giants as they observed Freya indulging herself in the feast. Sensing Thrym's suspicion, Loki stepped in to weave his tale. You see, Freya was so unnormed by the idea of marrying you that she fasted for 8 days and nights to fully appreciate your generosity. Emboldened by this revelation, Thrym eagerly lifted the veil, only to recoil in alarm as Freya's eyes flashed red in anger. Once again, Loki intervened. You see, Freya was so thrilled about the wedding that she didn't sleep a wink for 8 days and nights, eagerly waiting for the day to come. And once again, Thrym's obsession led him astray, and at the moment he couldn't wait no longer. Thrym pulled out Mjolnir, ready to present it to Freya. Finally, the hammer! The foolish king respectfully placed it on Freya's lap, for good fertility and fortune. If only he knew. As the revelation dawned on Thor that his hammer was back, his mind could only think of one thing: revenge. Mjolnir, sensing its owner, leaped into his hands as Thor began attacking everyone in the hall, including the foolish, arrogant, love-struck king. That night, both Thor and Loki left with glee as they traveled home with Thor's beloved hammer back, and a story to tell along with more barrels of mead.